What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today is a Monday, so we are gonna go for a tech based video where I teach you some of the techs in Clash Royale. And today we're gonna talk about beatdown. Right, so beatdown as an archetype, what is it, right? So beatdown is essentially when you build up a push using a tank, and when I say a tank, a high health troop that only focuses on buildings, right? And the whole motive is to collect positive elixir trades and build up a big push that can effectively get damage on your opponent's tower. So beatdown playstyle is technically a little slower than the other playstyles because you don't want to overcommit, and beatdown is more or less a more defense oriented, similar to control, but unlike control that focuses on counter pushes as a primary source of damage, beatdown is all about getting those insane pushes to get your main brunt of fucking damage, right? So like when you think about it, there are essentially 6 major beatdown decks, right? The first one includes the Royal Giant, Golem, Lava Hound, the Giant, the Electro Giant, and finally the Goblin Giant. So the main commonality between these 6 decks is that they have their main win condition loves to go to the tower or other buildings. They essentially are not meant for control, or they don't do damage on their own. They don't affect other troops much. It's all about getting them to the tower or using them to get the troops behind them to the tower, right? But that being said, the 6 major beatdown decks have different ways of playstyle. For example, Royal Giant is supposed to be a cycle style of beatdown pushes, where rather than just focusing on 1 or 2 pushes, you want to cycle through many. I would show you the classic Royal Giant cycle deck, but the thing is, it's I'm not that good at it, and it's really boring. And this deck just looks like fun, bro. I made this deck on my own. I don't think there will be anyone using this particular combination of 8 cards. Of course, there is the other versions of Giant Skeleton and Raw Giant. So a major confusion is among newer players is whether P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight, Giant Skeleton, whether they are considered as beatdown cards. No, they're control cards. They are heavy investment, high elixir control cards that generally focus on controlling a lane. For example, if an opponent makes a big push, you drop a Mega Knight for defense, right? And then you counter push with it on the offense, or you just mainly use it to block the lane. That's how the Mega Knight, P.E.K.K.A, as well as the Giant Skeleton play, right? You can't just focus on getting your Giant Skeleton to tower. If you do, that's insane, right? But your major damage doesn't come from these cards, but rather the secondary win condition, or in this case, those guys act as a primary win condition. For example, P.E.K.K.A decks usually have the balloon, or they have the Ram Rider, or the other Brit Spam cards, whereas the Giant Skeleton usually uses the Piggies or the Skeleton Barrel. And the Mega Knights use the Ram Rider or the Skelly Barrel, Wall Breakers, and all those sorts, yeah. So they aren't meant for damage, essentially. I mean, I know mid-ladder people are so used to playing them to get damage on your opponent, but that's not really how you play them. The main way you actually play Mega Knight or P.E.K.K.A, or in this case the Giant Skeleton, is actually you want to defend with them and use them for a counter push, or worst case scenario, if opponent makes a big push, you prop them on the lane, block that literally blocks the lane, like how, I mean, your opponent really doesn't want to play many cards into Giant Skeleton bomb, or he doesn't want the Mega Knight to fall on all the land troops, right? So they aren't considered beatdown cards, but they are heavy investment control cards according to me, right? So I'm gonna show you guys essentially how it's played, right? I'm going to give you a brief before we start the decks, and then I'm going to show you how it's played. Let's start with the Raw Giant. As I mentioned, Raw Giant is it's not really it doesn't have the highest HP among the list of the beatdown cards. I would say it's among the lower HP ones. It's more of the ranged damage. It's a good card, don't get me wrong, it's a really good card, but then the main point of a Royal Giant is to actually cycle it and try to get as many damage as possible, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how it's played on the classic 1v1 so that I can talk to you guys while I'm playing it, so that you know it gets easy for you, right? So this deck tries to abuse the magic archer. Let's just hope it goes well. They run fisherman, so generally in Royal Giant decks they want to run fisherman. Fisherman really like pulls the troops away from the Royal Giant, and also good on the defense. It's very good against against the beatdown pushers, but unfortunately, I don't want to show you guys really bad gameplay, and I might improve on it and then I'll show you guys later. But as of now, I just want to make sure that you guys get a good sense on the gameplay of how to use the decks, you know. So let's start off. Oh my god, I misplayed. It's okay. Let's just go here. Ah, good guy. It's kind of unfortunate that we have to go up against 2.6 in the first match, but it is what it is, right? So 2.6 in a way is a major counter to beatdown decks, but it's not the end of the world, you know. Let's just see how it is, shall we? That should be damage. That's a lot of damage. He's not playing 2.6, he's playing some weird hog, I don't know, he's playing a weird deck, but that's okay. So the point of this deck is to actually make use of these, you know, like fire body troops and bait the fireball of the opponent, and then try to use the cards for counter and everything. Oh, let's just stop this shit. Oh my god, this guy needs to chill, bro. Fuck. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna predict his. Yep, there we go. Knew he was gonna play that. Let's just play the Malavishia. While that's going through. Just go here. Should be good damage. Oh, that's almost a tower. Well, that's a tower. Yeah, okay. I'm not here to disappoint you guys. Okay, let's go. So the wonderful thing about Royal Giant is whenever you're playing a 2-tower game, Royal Giant essentially is one of the best cards for that. Oh. That's not a problem. There we go. So I know I couldn't commentate during the game much, but I was trying to focus on the game. I will be putting out shorts to show you how to play this deck, so you can watch it there. But the main crux of this deck is we try to keep up the pressure, defending and going on the counter attack as much as possible. But more than that, Royal Giant is going to be tanking. We're going to place Royal Giant and Giant Skeleton as two major tanks for each of the pushes to make sure that the opponent struggles with both the lanes, like we saw right now. And this is actually a really fun deck to play. It's not, I wouldn't say it's the best deck, but then if you have the skills, you can make really good use of this deck, because this deck beats Graveyard, it beats Lava. I mean, it does beat Loon. It does beat Loon. All right. With the Magic Archer, you can actually get a lot of chip damage from the bridge. You know, like you have two cards that can get you a lot of damage from near the bridge, and that's what you need. And we do have we do have the best evolution in the game right now. And on top of that, the buffed up Giant Skeleton is insane, guys. Trust me. So the next deck, which I'm gonna show you, is I want to save Golem for the end actually. It's like the bread and butter for me. Damn, bro, I'm fucking up right now. Yeah. Okay. Next play. Let's play Giant. So what's the difference between Raw Giant and Giant? Um, Essentially only one thing, right? Raw Giant is meant for quick attacks. Giant is meant for versatile boot ups. That's it. Essentially, right? So yeah, you can do Raw Giant. We have the King Tower as well, but then it's in my book, it's not as effective as Raw Giant on the bridge, right? Raw Giant isn't about the counter attack, but it's about more of knowing when to attack. Whereas Giant is all about like Giant and Goblin Giant is all about making creating a lot of pressure wherever possible, making sure the opponent can't play much. This is one of my favorite Giant decks. This is essentially the first deck I kind of got used to before I started playing Golem. I don't know whether it still works right now, but let's just give it a try. All right. So now in a giant deck, it's gonna be a little cheaper than your regular beatdown decks. But the main thing is giant deck is all about pressure. That's why you gotta run as many pressure cards as possible. The major pressure cards in a giant deck could holy fuck, what is he playing? What the fuck is he playing with? Oh, nah, I ain't gonna risk it. Yep, there we go. Okay, so the major thing about giant decks is that you gotta know when to attack and when to go on the counter attack. But defense is almost negligible. It's all about pressure. I would say giant is one of the most offense oriented, second most offense oriented deck ever. First being Goblin Giant. Goblin Giant is it's like okay, playing Goblin Giant is like saying fuck you to defense and just focusing on the offense. That's a really good playstyle for people who think about it. Sorry, guys. Damn. Let's just kite this. Dude, this guy is really annoying. I don't know. I think we gonna have to. He's gonna. Oh. See. I just wanna cycle to the U. As much as I wanna play giant, I wanna make sure I use it to body the opponent's attack as well. Let's see what he plays. So the idea is essentially gonna is to poison the musketeer. There we go. There we go. I'm just gonna ignore that. It's okay. Just go in another push. And we're good. So there we go. That's how you play the giant deck. Giant decks is all about knowing when to attack and when to defend. But most importantly, we kept putting on the pressure. We kept going in for the attacks. We didn't stop. We were relentless. Oh, that's kind of how I play as well. So I wouldn't say that is the thing, but you get it right. So giant deck is all about creating the pressure. That's kind of why you look at giant decks. They play three spells. They openly play two small spells and one big spell. All right, when we talk about spells, I wanted to talk to you guys about spells as well. So, each beatdown variation spells is a major deal, right? So, to give you a nuance about it, so the six decks, let's just go recap on the first two decks, right? So, Roy Giant generally plays lightning or fireball as a big spell and bar barrel as a small spell. The reason why they play bar barrel is because Roy Giant is really close to the tower, or I mean, it's close to the bridge. It doesn't need to go far to the tower. In fact, if an opponent plays a building and you play and they don't play properly, you can actually snipe the building from the tower without the princess tower of your opponent locking onto the Roy Giant. So Roy Giant has really good range. So when it has really good range, you don't need the log to actually like get chip damage. You would rather like use a bar barrel to actually get an extra barbarian on the field to help with the cleanup, right? Fireball is generally preferred over lightning or for most of the Royal Giant decks for two reasons. One, the lightning is heavier, and usually in a Royal Giant deck you already have one big a 6 elixir card, and in a Royal Giant Psycho deck you want to make sure it's a little cheap. At the same time, you want a big spell to clear out the buildings. Another really good benefit is that they play the ghost, so they can also like get the buildings taken out of the field by using the ghost whenever possible, right? And the fisherman. Let's not forget the fisherman. But yeah, so they generally prefer the lightning over the fireball for the psycho decks. But some decks do play the lightning, like the monk variation, which I've seen. Rojan Psycho with the monk plays the lightning because it needs the immediate damage, and monk will deflect the projectile. So that's the thing, you know. But at that point, it's not much of a psycho deck than just a regular control deck, right? Next, in as already mentioned, for the giant, they like to play at least two small spells, right? They love to play small spells because your giant pushes, your main damage is actually gonna come from your pressure cards as either the mini P.E.K.K.A, the prince or the dark prince. So because of that, they want to make sure they clear out the swarm so so that the cards can reach the tower properly, right? So now let's go for the third one. Let's play Giant. So I'm not really good with Electro Giant, I'm not gonna lie. So when it comes to beatdown, I mostly play Golem, Giant, and Lava Hound. But that being said, the principles are quite same, except one thing. Electro Giant does damage your opponent. So Electro Giant is actually more so about defense and using a good and going on a good offense. So Electro Giant decks are really defense oriented than just pure offense oriented. They're not like Golem decks where sometimes you can just give up and just go on really big offense. You can do that with Electro Giant, but then most often than not, you want to use Electro Giant to actually get some chip on the tower with the electro force, the radius thing, right? So Electro Giant is kind of played a really like defense mindset rather than offense mindset. It's quite weird from Golem. Golem is a mix of both defense and offense, but Electro Giant leans more towards the defense. Let me just show you guys. You can get away with one air troop for the Electro Giant decks, but I just prefer to play two to be on the safer side. And you need the tornado. Tornado is a must in Electro Giant decks. You want to tornado the troops onto the giant, and lightning is also a must because you want to wreck the buildings. Let's just go in for this. There we go. I really want to use the ability. Okay, no need. Let's just go here. One may wonder, why am I not allowing you to cross a bridge? You will know why. You will know why. There we go. So, moment he played Ice Wizard as well as the Valkyrie, I knew he was playing Expo. With the Tesla as well, it's definitely Expo. And he's playing Ice Bow to be more precise. Go on, play the Valkyrie. I know you wanna. So in a matchup like this, I wanna save up the tank for the Expo, and oh, nah, I don't mind that. I really don't mind that. What's he fucking gonna do? I really don't mind using the troops, really. Oh, that's weird. Alright, so just a tip, if they play the miner over there, except for the tile right opposite, I mean right next to the, like diagonal to the princess, you can actually like get the miner to activate the tower anywhere else. I don't know why he's playing miner. I think he's just playing a miner cycle, miner control deck, miner lightning. That's okay. It's not gonna be that hard. Okay. Don't worry. Just don't worry. What's he gonna do? This is kind of why I like the Omega Minion. There we go. And now we get the tower damage. There you go. I knew he would do that. There we go. Yep. We will soon go for lightning cycles. Soon. Soon doesn't mean right now, but yeah, soon. I want him to play the ice with. Okay. Here. I was really impatient. And just like that. Oh, right, go on. Go on, Broski. Go ahead, Lightning. Rocket the tower. We still got the lead. So this is why I love the Mega Minion. Mega Minion is still OP, guys. Sorry I'm not talking much during the match. I'm not really good with the deck, so I want to make sure that I focus on it as much as possible. Yep, we won. 3, 2, 1. There we go. So as you saw, this deck was all about just defending and just putting push from the back, push from the back, push from the back, and chipping down on the tower. Yeah, you can get really big, insane pushes, but then the priority of E-Giant deck is actually to keep going for more pushes, getting chip on the tower, get lightning damage, getting your damage from your small troops, just minimal damage, but making sure that you don't take a lot of damage as well, right? I've seen a lot of E-Giant games go to overtime, but that's totally fine. Now, next, I want to show you guys the most fucking insane attack oriented deck, right? So there we go. Goblin Giant. Goblin Giant is essentially the most attack focused deck you can ever find, right? It's the most attack oriented deck. Yeah, you know what, let's just use the evil Goblin Giant, right? So Goblin Giant decks say show them says fuck you to defense, and tries to go as strong as he can on offense. I'm really not the best with Sparky, but it's okay. You know, we can go ahead, give it a try. I'm having a like cough nowadays, man. Like the weather change and whatnot. Okay, so with a Goblin Giant deck, you generally don't want to start off first. That goes for every beatdown deck. As you would have seen, it's better if the opponent makes a first move, right? And then you essentially just respond to it. And I guess the Sparky is a good way to start. I know it's overcommitment, but who cares, man? As long as he doesn't have wine. Oh, let's go. Let's go for it. He does have... Okay. I thought... Oh. Alright. Okay. Alright. That's a decent damage. Let's see if we can go in. Alright. Yep, there we go. He kind of shit now. That's tower, bro. That's tower. Yeah, generally, they don't, like, you know, if you look at your everyday Goblin Giant decks, they don't run lightning much, but I love to run lightning. It's my favorite spell. I will talk about the importance of the spells a little later. I think I have made a video. I will see. I will like. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. Oh, we're good. We're good, bro. We're good. We're good. We're chilling right now. We literally have both his towers. Okay. Let's see how it goes now. Eh? That's not a problem. We just need to defend this. There we go. Told you we can do it. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Told you guys we can do it. Not a big deal. Alright, so as you saw in this deck, yeah, we did defend towards the end, but then we got damage on both towers really early, and that's how you play the Goblin Giant decks. Let's play the two most heaviest decks in Clash Royale. I mean, like the heaviest, you know, the beatdown troops in Clash Royale. Number one. Well, the second heaviest is, of course, the Lava Hound. Let's play the Lava Loon. Alright, let's go. So, Lava Loon is, again, another attack-focused deck. It's very similar to the Goblin Giant deck in terms of your mentality is going to be on the offense rather than the defense. But the major difference between Lava Hound and the other decks is that Lava Hound is it's the only air tank in the game that goes only to the tower, right? Balloon is not a tank, just to let you guys know. Balloon is a secondary win condition, just like the Royal Hogs, right? Balloon Psycho is a deck, but that's a Psycho deck, right? That's a Psycho deck. The Lumberloon Freeze control decks are also a thing, but that's a control deck. Again, like in those decks, yeah, Balloon is the win condition, but in Lava Loon, you're gonna focus on Lava Hound as your primary win condition, and oops, oh yeah, there you go. So you're gonna focus on building push with the lava hound. So okay, there's a huge taboo that goleming first play is bad. Yeah, look, guys. Honestly, during single elixir, if you have the information about your opponent's deck, if you know how to counter his deck, if you know what he has in his hand, or you know that he can't counter push, just go ahead and push with the golem, bro. No one's gonna say anything. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be really fun. And just like that, we have his tower, but he doesn't. I guess he doesn't have any damage on ours. So as you just saw, lava loon is really an attack oriented deck. And if you see something like that come in the opposite lane, just say fuck you to it and just go ahead with the opposite lane and just try to defend as light as possible with the baby dragon. Oh damn. Oh damn. Alright, there we go. There we go. That wasn't hard, was it? I can loon, but then right now I don't want to get 3 crown, so I will try to defend. Alright, okay, this is gonna be really annoying. Damn. Alright, now this is gonna be really annoying. Oh, that was really unfortunate, guys. That was really unfortunate. Let's play another match. That's the first loss of today. Right, as you can see, there is a very glaring weakness with the Lava Hound deck, and that is that it has very less ground troops. So against bridge spam, you will have a really tough time. You can't do anything about it, right? Yeah, they can't touch your cards, but then you can't touch. I mean, you can't technically, you can't defend against them properly either. Let's just go Valk and then let's just kind of push with the balloon. That's really not a problem. Oh. Alright, one pro tip against the piggies, don't repeat the same pattern in defense, right? If in one defense, if you use the Valkyrie, learn to use another troop for the next defense. Use the Fireball. I mean, unless he has evil pigs. For the evil pigs, obviously you gotta use the Fireball. But switch it up. Don't just use the same troops again and again. There we go. Don't worry about it. Oh, let's just make here. Holy crap, man. Let's just lock on the queen first. Queen really is annoying. Oh yeah, if you guys want, you can use the go. And with that, we get most of the damage. It's not difficult playing against Archer Queen, but yeah, it is what it is. I wish I won the first match, but it's okay. Let's end the video with the last match using my favorite archetype, and that is obviously Golem. Oh, where's Golem? There we go. So after the changes, this is the deck I'm going with. You can ask why do I not have the Evo baby dragon and have the cage? Honestly, the Evo cage is insane, right? So I just thought for a second, right? Heroes are, well, in a way better than the Evos, right? Heroes are in a way better than the Evos, especially in a beatdown deck, right? Because Evos, you need a cycle to get to them. Goblin Cage is just one cycle, and as you've seen in most of my replays or in matches, I play close to 6 Goblin Cages a match easily if it goes to overtime. If it doesn't go to overtime, I at least play 3 to 4. So which means I can play the Evo Cage twice. There's a value to it. Whereas the Baby Dragon, the same. I might play it 4 times, and that's not gonna. That just means I use the evolution once, right? So I might as well use the cage, get more value on the Evo, and trust me, Evo Bar Barrel is, I would say, the 3rd best evolution in the game right now. I mean, hero in the game right now, right? The top 3 Evos or top 4 heroes, top 4 heroes according to me. Number 1 is the hero Magic Archer. Number 2 would be the well, personally, I say the Mega Minion. Number 3 and number 4 is Hero Barbaro and the Hero Goblins. These 4 cards are broken. If you can play 2 of those broken cards, why wouldn't you do it, right? Come on, you gotta be honest. It's like if like no getting the chip and then using the Barbarian to roll onto buildings once small, it wrecks spawners. It's insane if you know how to play it, right? And well, we have our tradition of this thing, right? So golem decks, I mean, I as I say in every other fucking video, right? It's all about being patient, right? It's all about being patient. We're up against drill. You need to be okay. You need to develop the skill of knowing what your opponent is playing. Like, you don't need to know his exact 8 cards, but you gotta have the idea of what he could be playing and what is the win condition he's playing within the first few cards, right? In this case, if he's playing the, oh, honestly, I'm just going lightning. Oh damn, I fucked up. I fucked up. Okay, damn, bro. I was just yapping on and I misplaced. Damn, fuck. Ah, shit. Okay, this is just coke somewhere. I gotta get better at it. Okay, you know what? It's okay. We just try beating him with a deficit and see if we win. And we just play the game. Ah, damn. Damn, bro. That was really bad. That was really, really bad. So first thing first, let's just make sure we go here. Oh, thank you, bro. Honestly, you just saved my time. Ah. Nah, it's okay. Well, I misplayed a lot. Let me just show you guys in the next match. It's okay. All right. So now that we're back, okay. This time I'm gonna do the talking later after the match and just show you how to play the golem first, right? Damn, bro. I need to get used to this fucking embarrassing. lose in front of you guys while talking. I mean, it's not even that hard, bro. I'm playing like 1v1. Damn. Let's go for it. So, Dadmers. Okay. So Golem at the crux of it, Golem is just about. Golem is essentially the heaviest tank in the game, so you can't just like freely use it whenever you want. You just have to be really strategic on when you want to use it, how you want to use it, and most specifically, you need to be able to count how much your opponent has and doesn't have, and you gotta match it. So right now, in my eye, my Golem is 2 elixirs, right? For his 6 elixir tube, I play my 8 elixir Golem, which means yeah, he has 2 more elixir, but it's okay, bro. That's okay. This is gonna get some damage. Yeah, that's good lightning. That's good lightning. That's good lightning. Yo, just gonna do this. There you go. He gave up. He gave up. Oh, okay. Yeah. So that's all you can do with this deck. So Golem decks, especially the Golem decks, which have like more of lightning and controlling the tempo variations that are focused a lot on the defense, they really don't give a fuck about most of the things. Oh, cheap ass guy, bro. Play something the other lane. Just play something the other lane. It's okay. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do this? This is why this dude is insane. Oh, damn. Anytime? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Just got really lucky. Oh, damn. What? Okay, damn, bro, he's playing cards I never expect him to play. Let's just go here. What the fuck? Dude, I dead ass. Damn, bro, I dead ass let loose, bro. Fuck. We were winning. Damn, bro, this is insulting, bro. Fuck. Shit. Okay, last game. Dude, it's fucking. What's the time? It's like fucking 11:30 here right now in Glasgow, bro. Fuck. I can't give excuses, bro. Okay, last video, and we're gonna win. And thank you. So yeah, a Golem deck is like these sort of defense oriented. You're gonna have to focus a lot on your buildings. Building is essentially the main thing in the Golem deck that it decides how good the deck is, right? So right now he's playing Balloon, right? Based on the cards we just saw right now, we know that he plays Balloon, and well, using that information, we just gotta make sure that we can defend as cheaply as possible. Yeah, we did take a lot of damage, but we have the King Tower up. That's a really good thing. Against a Balloon, we know that he doesn't have a big spell, right? So and it's always good to go Golem in single, And when he plays anything like that, we just need to do this. He's gonna roll again. New him. New him. New him, bro. New him. New him. Okay. There we go. Right. Now this is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. Right? It's a lot of damage. It's like close to 1,000 damage at least, right? And here we've essentially like equalized the damage as much as possible. Right, there we go. There we go, knew that guy. Oops. Dude, he's an open book, bro. He's an open body book. Let's go here, let's go here. But we know he has the loon. Okay, he's trying to cycle to the evolution musky and evolution snowball. Oh damn, I'll get that for you. It's completely fine, bro. We won. Yeah, there we go. So all it takes to win is make sure your opponent doesn't play a shitty deck, like really strange deck, and you have an idea on how to counter it. That's the thing, bro. Honestly, I'm more scared of guys who play a random deck, random mid-ladder deck, or random deck that you have no idea to. Like, look at this, bro. I ain't gonna lie, right? Who the fuck in the right mind would play, this deck? Or, yeah, again, this deck, yeah. Who the fucking right mind would play these two, bro? But he played, right? You just okay. These are like things that are really like hard to anticipate. But yeah, so when you're going against those random decks in beatdown, right? You just need to actually like go calm and try to see what he's playing, what's his play style, what's his pattern, and once you get an idea, I think it's pretty good after you go after that. Yeah. And that's about it, bro. I think I've given you guys a guide on, well, it's like a very basic guide on beatdown as an archetype. I'm pretty sure this will help out people much. Oh, one more thing, I just want to let you guys know, in a beatdown deck, right? One of the most essential things are the spells, right? Knowing the best combination of spells is good, both small and the big spells. For starters, if you take like you saw the 6 decks, right, which I showed you today. Well, the small spells specifically are in such a way that it it goes well with the archetype, so you don't need to worry about it. So when you look at Golem, or let's start off with the Raw Giant deck. Raw Giant deck, as I mentioned, the best spell is obviously for the small spell is the Barbarian Barrel. Another option, if you don't have another choice, I would say, or in any sort of Raw Giant decks, play the log. You need to make sure that there is a good swarm clearance near the bridge. You don't need to use the snowball or something else. It's not mandatory. It's not really a mandatory to use those things. But the main thing is the Barbarian Barrel or the log. And for the big spell, I would suggest using Fireball or the Lightning. Goes well with the Royal Giant, because Royal Giant wants to, like, it doesn't have much health. You need to clear the building as fast as possible. Fireball is good clearing buildings and chipping the tower for a cheaper elixir, but don't use a problem with poison, as poison is slow acting. So because it's slow acting, I would say avoid poisons in Royal Giant deck. Next, if you look at the Golem deck, Golem decks for the small spell is obviously a Barbarian Barrel. Almost every single deck plays Barbarian Barrel. And another thing is you can use a vine spell or the tornado. So you have the three options of the barbarian barrel, vine spell, and tornado. You can use one or two of them according to your necessity. I've seen golem decks that not using big spells at all and just focusing on the small spells. That's a really viable option as well. But when you do that, you're gonna have to have a really good elixir management, and you gotta have troops that can, like beat down bigger pushes easily without the big spell. And you are gonna have a little bit of trouble with. I mean, if you're not running any like big spell, I would recommend using the vines and tornado. As your main options. At least one of them. If you're using a tornado, use the electro dragon. If you're using the vines, use a baby dragon. That's gonna be fine. And for the big spell, is always a lightning. Always a lightning. Another option, like some people do run variations with with the fireball, but I mean you can. It is a possibility. Another spell, a small spell, in a golem deck is arrows. Golem decks are the most versatile. Golem decks and giant decks are the most versatile when it comes to having different combinations of spells. Each spell like combination has a variation to play. For example, if you're using the lightning, you can use the arrows, or you can use lightning, tornado, and barbarian barrel, or you can use a lightning, vines, and barbarian barrel. Or you can use barbarian barrel and vines, or barbarian barrel and tornado. Any options work. Some combos use the tornado and lightning only. That's also a really good viability. Next would be the lava hound. Lava hound decks either use a combination of vines and fireball, or if you would like to be innovative, you can also use a combination of arrows and lightning. But the main purpose of the spell choices for the lava loon deck is, number one, you wanna snipe down minions, and you wanna snipe down buildings, so that your balloon, the one that gets the most damage, reaches the tower as soon as possible. Next, for giant is even more versatile than golem when it comes to spell choices. There are decks where there are two small spells and one big spell, where they use. Okay, so the main there's a zap rage combo for the small spells. There is the arrows and zap combination. There is the log and zap combination. There is the zap and the barbarian barrel combination, rage and barbarian barrel combination. There are so many. It just depends on the variation, because there's also snowball. The giant graveyard players use snowball and vines. So you can run the vines. The Sparky decks use the tornado. What not, bro? Giant is essentially the most versatile beatdown deck ever. The main thing is, playing Giant Sparky is not the same as playing Giant Graveyard. Giant Beatdown with the double prints is not the same as the Giant Psycho Beatdown sort of variation with the Bomber and Mini P.E.K.K.A. That's also another variation. So you have insanely numerous variations of the Giant decks. Each of them have different combination. For the big spells, the three major big spells in giant decks are poison, fireball, and lightning. These three are the most common big spells if they use. Oh, I forgot to mention, there's one golem deck that also uses rocket, but that's like just the one-off. That's the only deck that uses rocket with golem. So yeah, giant, there's a lot of combination as you can see. For the Electro Giant, the three spells you see down here, right? That's it. Trust me, that's it. That's it. I'm not even joking. These three are the best combination. You need these spells for the Electro Giant deck to work. You need the Tornado to pull in all the troops into the Electro Giant. You need Lightning to snipe down buildings, and you need the Barbarian Barrel for the swamp clearance. You have no choice. when we look at the Goblin Giant deck, similar to the Giant deck, runs 2 small spells if it's needed, or similar to the Golem deck to be more precise. There are the versions with arrows and zap, arrows and rage, zap and rage, barbarian barrel and zap, or I mean, yeah, last one leave it. It's just mostly rage. They want to focus on the offense. So you find zap and rage combo as the most one. I love using the lightning, so I use the lightning for your demonstration. But most often than not, they give up this and play another small spell, and they give up this and probably play E-Barb. Trust me. Trust me, that's a deck, bro. And also there was the infamous the infamous Pecker Goblin Giant mana as well. So yeah, you also find Goblin Curse in this deck as well. So yeah, so this is the breakdown of the spells. Hope you guys had fun in the video, and hope you guys had a good understanding of what beatdown is, how it's played, like the different versions, not how it's played mostly, but the different versions, how the mindset goes. And if you don't play beatdown, at least this will help you face opponents who do play beatdown. You know how to counter them, you know what they're thinking about, how they think. Because trust me, the 6 different decks which I showed you, the mentality of the players will be completely different. Golem players would not work the same way as giant players. Giant players won't play the same way as raw giant players. It's very difficult to find like casual players master by the way, not just get good, but actually master the 6 major beatdown archetypes. You might find them be really good at 1 or 2 at most, and be very mediocre at the rest. Like for me, I would say I'm good with Giant and Golem. Golem is my best. I would say the second best would be either Lava Hound or Giant, actually. So I would say Golem, Lava Hound, and Giant. So these 3 are my favorite beatdown archetypes. So yeah, that's like a clear variation. So even when I play Lava Hound or something, my mentality, like most of the time, would be like to think like a Golem player. That's a thing. So you guys need to keep those in mind and make your decks. So guys, hope you had fun. Share, subscribe, and let people know that there is a guide that's easily accessible. And this is the first video that's gone for nearly an hour. Hope you had fun. See you soon. See you. Bye.